Oh, snap.
Everybody.
I almost forgot what we're doing today.
Wow.
Just sitting here looking at the camera. How's everybody doing?
All great.
Letty, how was your drive in?
It was great.
From McAllen. Everybody has their drinks and everything today?
Yes.
We're good? We're ready to go? Ready to roll?
Pura agüita.
All right, so today I have a pretty fun podcast plan for us. I want to do a lot of, mainly Q&A. That's what we're going to do today. And we're going to start off pretty strong. I want to see, let's see here, one of the questions, and these are actually questions from the public, if you guys can see my phone here.
Oh, yeah.
So they've actually been submitted. First one we're going to go over is, what qualities do you look for in a realtor that's wanting to join your team? As a matter of fact, I want Letty to start off with this one because we don't really know too much about the Valley. Do you want them to know how to ride horses, how to take care of chickens? Like, what are you looking for a realtor in the Valley?
Oh, that's just great.
Wow. That's
She
how we
needs,
started.
she needs for them to know how to down.
We're starting
Yeah,
hot.
Whoa.
Hold on. Most of us there are great swimmers because we do help a lot on the border. You know, with Nate trying to invest down there in those properties along the,
Shh, hey, don't tell nobody.
All right, can't tell you. Anyways, no. What's the real question?
What do you look for, I guess, in a new agent?
Who's thinking about joining your team.
Somebody who's thinking about joining our team has to be a team player, has to be ready to bring something to the team, has to be able to be humble and be able to be taught. Not somebody who is, going to be lazy or going to be complaining. We don't need that. We want people that are ready to help families. We're ready for people that are passionate about real estate, who are passionate about their clients, and want to have fun.
I like the corporate answer, but I want the real answer.
Yeah.
Aww.
What do you really
What do I really want?
in a realtor?
A fun young team. No, I'm kidding. That's not true.
No, I mean, if that's what it is, what it is.
That's what keeps her young.
Yeah. The corporate answer was great, but it's a little too too common.
Too common.
Too common.
No, but
we're not
that's
that PC down here.
That's really. I feel like we're PC everywhere. Wow. What are we looking for? What
do you look for in a realtor?
I actually do look for that. I look for people that do want to train, that do want to learn. I have been. Should I say not blessed?
Ooh, let me ask you a better question.
Yes.
What will you not accept in a realtor? I think that's a better question. What's your no-go?
Lately what I have been discussing, what I don't like is people that are bouncing around to different real estate companies. Because Florida and I were talking about this earlier. The common denominator is you.
Yep.
You're the problem.
Facts.
If you're jumping around broker to broker to broker to broker, there can't be that many brokers that don't know what they're doing. Obviously, they know what they're doing.
A broker bunny? Yeah. So a broker bunny. But let me ask you this, right? Whenever you say jumping around from broker to broker to broker, is there a certain time frame? Is there a certain amount of brokers that they're jumping in between? A year, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Because I'll even cut it for a newer realtor who's maybe 2 years in the game, right? And they've gone through 3 brokers. And then if I dissect the kind of brokers that they are, who they were with, then I'll be like, okay, I understand why, especially if the agent is hungry and they're looking for a specific broker.
But it's still that realtor.
Why?
It's still that realtor looking for the wrong thing.
Expound.
So you see, it all goes back to the grass isn't always greener on the other side, right? It's greener where you water it, right? Because I've seen realtors that will come here, right, and they'll come here and they'll immediately leave. Like, they won't last 3 months, right? Mm-hmm. And then they go with another broker, and then you see them over there, and then with another broker, and then with another broker, and then with another broker. You know why that is, right? Because they're looking for the wrong things. They're looking for, like, I think we talked about it earlier. They're looking for the secret ingredient, the secret sauce, everything that they can get that will fast track them to making money into closing more deals, right? And so I'm gonna give you an example. We had a realtor, right, that left Keller Williams and came here. They had not even given Keller Williams not even 2 months, and came here. And we interviewed, and we essentially said, hey, look, what's the problem? Why are you leaving Keller Williams? Oh, because this, and that, and the other. Okay, well, it's the same thing here. It's work. Oh, no, I understand that. Okay, they come here. We immediately put them to work. They do absolutely nothing we asked of them. Not one thing. And then they leave. And then they go with another brokerage. And then you look on them, right? Because I think I said the last time, Vic will definitely track you. He wants to see what you're doing, right? And they'll go to some other brokerage, and then, they won't be there, 2-3 months, and then somewhere else. It's the realtor. It's not the brokerage.
True. I've had this conversation personally with a realtor who was on my team, and they're no longer on my team, right? And they made that decision themselves. And I talked to them, and I told them the reason why they were on my team.
She finally closed one.
She did? That's
She
awesome.
finally closed one.
But you know what? I told her
Hard-headed, bro.
The reason,
Hard-headed.
I'm not gonna dig into.
Yeah. Don't give her name. Don't give names.
I'm not
Don't-
giving names,
No
just
name
saying.
dropping,
Well, the
please.
reason was because she wasn't necessarily bad.
She wasn't.
She was ready to leave when she got with me,
Yeah.
right? When she got with me, she was already ready to leave. She had, for whatever reason, it didn't work out here for her. And I told her, because she was pretty much told me, I don't think that you wanted me here because nobody else did. I told her, no, if you're on my team, I don't take nobody on my team that I don't want, right? If I don't want you to begin with, I'll let Nate and Vic know, hey, I don't want them on my team. I saw something in her. I thought she could be successful if she just listened. And I straight up told her that. And I told her, I don't think that you won't be successful somewhere else. I think you can be successful maybe at any other broker. The amount, how fast you're going to get there might change, right? You might be able to get there a lot quicker with us or a lot slower over there. The important thing is that you listen. I told her the issue that you have is you don't listen. And I was like, you can be successful anywhere. I was like, because I see it in you is the reason why I wanted you on my team.
Right.
But you don't listen. You don't listen to what you're told. You don't go out there and put in the action plan into play. You just go out there, listen to what I tell you, tell me yes, and then just go do your own thing.
So
And it doesn't work.
So
Playing the devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Playing the devil's advocate here, right? Nate said that the grass isn't always greener on this side, but sometimes it is. The problem is that grass is fake a lot of the times.
Yeah.
So if they're bouncing from broker to broker and they're landing on these brokers that are bad, is that the realtor's fault? If they're at the wrong brokerage, not saying that they leave your brokerage too.
well,
So
no.
What if
Well,
what
I
if they
think
get to
that's
you
what-
and they stay with you?
Well, the analogy is, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it.
But if it's
The-
fake
hold on,
grass, it doesn't grow.
no. The difference
it's always
is the
green.
difference is here is that the
Right?
difference here is that
True.
the difference here is that she watered it over there. That's why she came up with her one closing. But the thing is this.
Nah, I think that one was just by chance because been over there how long? That wasn't water.
Did she close here at Lionsgate?
no.
That wasn't water. That was planted. Yeah.
Oh my God! It was nuts. So the thing
it was
is,
hand-fed.
so look,
Planted,
I don't interview realtors, right? I'll speak to you, right? I'm not gonna, just totally blow you off. I'm gonna speak to you, and even today,
Oh, that's actually our next question.
Vic interviewed a realtor today. She came in, and I spoke to her. I mean, she was a really nice, realtor, but that realtor contacted me first because a lot of realtors contact me first because I'm the broker, right? I am the broker. But I told her, hey, you got to interview with Vic. Vic interviewed her, said, nah, bro, I'm not hiring her. And I said, Vic, she contacted me. I spoke to her. I think she has it. I think she just needs to be molded.
Guidance.
And the thing is that I saw potential in her. You saw potential in her. I think other realtors too saw potential.
Yeah.
I mean, we gave her to 3 freaking managers, and they were all, with the ego, right? Like, oh, no, I'll take care. I'll whatever, but bro, it's like, just like be quiet and listen. Do what we're telling you to do, and you're gonna make money. Oh no, but this and this and but that, and I saw this on Instagram, and this person, and I spoke to this person at an event, and that's actually what happened too. She went to some event, one of our events, right? And she met some other realtor, some team leader, whatever, and that team leader gassed her up into, thinking that I guess she could make her, into something else, or I mean, because she even came and said, oh yeah, you don't care about me, you don't care about this, and you just want money and yada yada yada. And I said, what the heck is she talking about, right? I mean, I had to shut her down, and then not too long after that, she I want to say that she quit, but I think you fired her, right? And the thing is that
I told her she couldn't come back.
I mean, that's
like-
firing. That's firing. So anyways,
You walk out right now.
So
you
anyways,
come back.
she leaves and she goes to this other place, and she was on that team for a bit, and then after a while, because like I said, Vic tracks, she was on the team no more. And
Well,
it's
that
like
was a woman
obviously,
empowerment team, and those things don't
obviously it was women empowered teams don't work. And the thing is, the thing is that I've only gone against Vic's decision 2 times You know what? I'm lying. 3 times. 3 times have I gone against Vic's decision, right? And that is the one time that it like burned me. Like it was like Vic is like, what the heck did you see in this person? You know. But so now I guess I'm you know, we just, you know, Vic just turned down a few realtors and I'm like, oh, you know, there was something that I already wanted. It was like, all right.
But I think at the end of the day, you know, it comes down to what Letty has said, you know, and the qualities that, you know, you're looking on a real estate agent, you know, being humble and, you know, being teachable. Like there's a lot of realtors that, you know, might have it on there, but they just don't have the quality. Like, they're just not humble. Like,
Yeah.
And it's all about fitting into the culture of the company too, because of course not everybody's gonna fit in here. You know, same thing when I was working at another company. We had a small department, and of course the manager told me, he goes, "I want somebody here that knows how to do the job, but can also work with everybody and learn the culture of this department."
And as Jerry showed us today, if you don't have thick skin, bro, you can't work here.
If I like you, I'm a roast you a little bit.
That was funny.
That was terrible, bro.
Kind of straight. He just walked in and said, "Huh?" That was just kind of straight out of nowhere, bro.
give the background story.
I was
Like,
gonna say, I think we missed this part.
you
The
got-
funny thing is that's so true, right? Because that's such a true statement that you do have to fit the culture, and unfortunately, sometimes you don't, and you won't, and you probably should move on.
And I think
Yes,
somebody
and
like
that's-
go ahead, Flo.
no, go Jerry.
No, just something like in your area, Esteleti, that it's like a small group and you're very tight knit and y'all very do everything together. You know, it wouldn't make sense that another agent wants to do his own events and not, you know, cooperate with you guys and work together.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
how is it going to look in your team that you can't even handle your own team? So.
Exactly.
What Jerry said, you know, the culture, it's definitely, you know, a plus on you joining or deciding, you know, what team to join. I just had somebody ask me, you know, an agent that wanted to come and work with us to see, you know, how, you know, strict like the company was on, you know, being a female and the business and being, you know, just respectful. And I was like, well, I mean, they're like super strict. You know, if you're going to be messing around, I mean, they're going to fire you. I mean, it's nobody's coming here to, you know, just play around and make it cool. Like, you know, yeah. So that definitely has to do a lot with the type of team or company or brokerage that you decide to join.
And I would even push back a little bit on what Flor said, not on the woman side thing, but whenever you said you have to be humble, I'll take an agent who's not humble. As a matter of fact, I kind of like realtors who aren't humble.
I don't.
If they're teachable. You can come into this business and be like, you know what, I'm going to be the best realtor. I know that I'm good at talking to people. I know that I can do this. I've sold stuff all my life. I'm coming in here, and I know that I can do this because actually one of our best realtors is not humble at all when you actually talk to them, right? And they're one of our top earners. So I don't care if the realtor is humble or not. Are you teachable? Because you don't have to be humble in something that you excel in. You should brag about that.
But doesn't
I
think
think
that
those
confidence,
two
though?
that you're saying don't go.
Yeah,
Don't
I think that
align.
he's
Yeah.
confident in what he does and his
Yeah.
attributes, but he is humble
Yes.
Confidence.
into what, you know,
I think
taking
nowadays
direction.
people misconstrued humble for being confident in what you're in. They say if you're confident in what you're in, people think that you're not humble.
I'm
I'm
No,
talking
I
about
don't
nowadays.
agree.
No, I don't agree.
No,
I don't
I'm
agree.
not.
Yeah, I don't
I think that it's really hard to teach a person that's not humble.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in our
I-
company is not humble. 'Cause
I hired and fired somebody who was not humble because that person had that mentality. That person thought, you know, I've done this. I know how to do this. I can do this. I could sell you your own stuff. Like, you're not teachable.
But they're not teachable. That's why I say
Right.
if they're not
But see,
humble, but if
but-
they're teachable, I
But
think
most of my agents that are humble, which I would brag about the team I have now,
who's not humble in our
well, that's for a
company?
different conversation. I'm not gonna blast him on the podcast.
right? No,
It's a him.
Yeah.
say him. I was gonna say, but like my team, Vic.
No, you can't be put, out of all people, you throw the main managers out there. Yeah.
No.
He's
Vic
confident,
is
guys.
humble, but
Vic
he's
is
very
humble, bro.
confident. He's very confident.
Vic is confident, but
But he's humble.
He's
He's humble.
Yeah.
He's my
What-
boss.
what realtor?
My boss is humble.
What realtor are we talking about here?
Let me
Go
ask you
ahead.
this. What is humble to you guys?
I was gonna
Maybe we have
say,
different-
I think we have different descriptions of.
Well, I have the Webster description. Maybe RGB is different.
That's where you went wrong, bro.
That's
I
the
use-
wrong
I
thing.
use
You're
proper,
taught to be humble.
But
Yeah.
What is humble?
You know?
though? What is humble?
Go Nate.
So
go down
so
that
you know, humility is a word that has been almost demonized. You know, Oh no, you don't want to be humble. You don't want to be whatever. You know, they associate humbleness with mediocrity or with
Or weakness.
With weakness, and it's not. I am humble. I am super humble. You know, and people don't. So just real quick, I want to put this out there too.
I don't think we got a description yet.
Oh, hold on.
That's what I asked for. I asked for a
Listen.
description.
I want
I
to
didn't
put.
ask you who's humble.
I want to put this.
I'm humble.
I want to put
You're
this
not
out
humble,
there,
you gotta
right?
say I'm humble.
I am the. So if you want to define,
You're the epitome of
I'm the
humbleness.
epitome.
Oh, MG.
I am.
That's humble, yeah.
I am
He's humble.
That's
Nate is
real
very
humble.
confident.
I'm so humble that I'm the best at being humble.
I'm so humble.
He's so humble he can ring his own bell.
Look, I'm just saying, dude.
Can I get a
Of
clear
all of my qualities, humility is the one that I'm best known for, dude. Because
That's awesome. And what is that? And what is that?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? It's like it must be the persona he puts up on Instagram, but you know
Jerry-
Nate deep down inside, then he's very
Yeah.
humble.
I
very humble.
think Jerry doesn't want to get fired.
I just got here.
That's a cheat, bro. I just got here.
My main
This-
concern here is we're 5-10 minutes into this topic and I still haven't heard the definition of humble yet.
So I mean,
if y'all have Google on your phone,
if you want us to
Whatever you're
Google, you
comfortable
want us to
with.
Google humility.
No,
Hold
no,
on.
no. What is your definition? Because that's what we're arguing about. We're not arguing, but that's what we're having a discussion
That's a
about.
discussion.
Florida,
That's
go
the
ahead.
topic.
I feel Florida has something to say about it.
She has a Spanish definition.
Humilde. Humilde.
Hold on, I got it right here. Don't let
What
him,
is-
don't let
Okay,
him
go
bully you.
What is
It's
humilde?
he'll say, humility is a modest or low view of one's own importance. Humbleness. He needs the humility to accept their way.
I'm gonna say it,
May
guys.
be better.
That's not you.
Huh? No, and that's
That's not
No, 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 no. Hold on.
That's
Hold on,
not
hold on.
that's not true. That is me. So that's what humility. Oh, so,
What does that mean, though?
I mean,
That sentence you just read, what does it mean?
right? So essentially, what it is that it's not that you're less important, right? Or that you make yourself less important. It's just that you make others more important than yourself.
so personally, I feel like, humbleness comes down to you understanding and putting yourself in, like, the other one's, like, shoes situation, like,
Yeah.
kind of like if you feel like you're over here and you meet somebody that it's not in the same level to you, putting yourself in the same position and not being, arrogant about it.
I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, and we could look this up, that is the definition of empath, not being humble. I could be wrong. We could look it up, though, but I don't think we have time. So let's do what you say.
Do you have like?
I have a quick.
Do you
I
have like a book in your bathroom, like a daily?
Yeah, I read
like a
the
daily.
word.
You read a
Yeah.
daily
Yes, the
definition of
dictionary.
toilet.
Back in school, they used to give you the Webster Dictionary in school, and we used to have
Okay.
to read it.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
That's
I
cute.
have a medical. I have all my. I'm a reader.
They're in he keeps them in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he
there's
reads it every morning.
windows, bro.
Every morning he gets a word. Every morning he gets a word that he learns, so he could come on the podcast and try to
It's
and
not
try,
my fault
and
if y'all
try to,
didn't-
and try to humble us.
No, hold on.
And try to humble us.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them how humble I
in the
am.
bathroom because he doesn't have more space than bros.
No. He just keeps it in the bathroom so in front of the toilet so he can stand on it to use the restroom.
And still better.
Wow.
Letty, what are you looking up over there?
I was just looking at a deeper understanding of humility, and it
Deeper than
says-
you because she's humble.
No,
And I'm right.
no, I'm always right.
How about that big old Versace chain she has on right now?
I am a humble person.
She gets a freaking commission,
Okay,
bro,
okay.
and she runs and buys luxury, bro. It's
Y trae la
terrible.
llave de San
That's
Pedro.
what I do. That's what I do.
Hey,
Freedom.
that's the key to the city right there.
She said, I got the
That's
key
the key to
I got the
McAllen, bro.
key to McAllen, yeah.
McAllen.
They gave her the key to McAllen.
Yeah.
I literally hold the key to McAllen. So hit me up when y'all come to town. Humility is freedom from pride or arrogance, lowliness of mind. It's not weakness, but a state of mind. And I think that's
What I was
what
saying, right?
right. And I feel like a lot of people say
You're right.
a lot of people try, now when they hear the word humble, it's kind of like,
Getting put
kinda-
down or
yeah,
anything
like
like
put
that,
down, like, oh man, he's humble, he's broke, he's cheap, he's whatever, or he's broke, he can't do it. But that's not what it means. It means that you are readily able, you have that state of mind that you can help people, or in what you're saying, you're trainable. So I kind of feel like those have to go together. That's just my opinion.
So just to end the humble segment,
Yeah.
I was right. So
Oh, MG.
That's not
How
being
humble.
humble. He's so humble.
moving on to the next question that we have here. It says, I tried to interview, but I don't know who he is referring to, either Nate, Vic, or myself, didn't call me back. Why would that happen?
I'll let everybody go because I can tell you, I got
Oh, you personally.
I got 1,000 reasons why people don't get phone calls. But I want to hear
It's
other
probably off
people.
your social media. Just they took a look at your social media storyline and they're like,
That's
But,
what
you know,
I think. That's what Vic does. Because he will go through the whole thing.
That's
Say,
what
no,
really
I
comes
think
down to.
I think it goes back to what he said earlier, right? People are they're seeing his videos and they're seeing all the content that he's putting out, so they kind of want to join, but then Vic does a search because he does this. Nate gives you or me, because he's done it to me too, where he gives us a name and he says, "Hey, call this person. They're interested in joining your team." And well, we have to investigate them. We check them out. We see what brokerage they're at. We see what they're doing. We see how long they've had their license, if they've closed anything and things like that. I also check that. Not just Vic.
That's terrible.
But the thing is that you, Vic, and myself, and all the other managers on our team, we don't always have time to and obviously we've done our homework. I think maybe the bad thing there is that we're not calling and, maybe closing it out, saying, thanks for applying, thanks for coming to our broker, but you're not a fit. You're not, you don't fit the culture, or you don't fit the training that we were talking about.
The only reason why, because this doesn't say not answering, right? It says call back. So it
Doesn't
means that
call
there was
back.
a conversation that was had. That's what's implied, right? So the main reason why I wouldn't call somebody back, and so the only reason why I haven't called somebody back, is if the first thing they ask me is about splits.
Yeah.
Because to me, especially if you're
Yes.
new, if you're a realtor who's been around and you have a team or you already put in work and you're producing, yeah, I understand that you're coming up front because you're coming with something.
I
right?
mean, I don't agree with
Dude.
that. Even
No,
even if
but-
you've already been in the market for a long time and you have your own team and you want to come, the split should never be the start of the conversation.
I'll give you the
Ever.
time. I'll give you the
Ever.
time. I'll give you the time of day, and then I'll throw you to Nate or to Vic.
Right.
Because at that point, it's not my decision to make. Right.
Right.
Now, if the first thing you're asking me, and you're fresh out of school with no clientele, and you're asking me what kind of splits it is, or do you do 50-50 splits? I'm like, bro, you're asking the wrong questions. I already know you're going to be a headache.
Yeah.
You're going to be a headache.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite interviews, right? Of course, I have family here, so don't feel offended. But one of my favorite interviews was Andres. Andres, he's been on the podcast before.
Damn, bro.
He never even asked me about splits. I had to bring it up at the very end.
You want to know
All
something,
he asked me
man?
about was what was he going to learn.
I like Andres. Yeah, he actually.
I hope we do.
No. No, like
Very humble guy.
No,
He is.
no.
Aw,
I have
he's
realtors.
very humble.
I have realtors I don't like, but they're good. They're good realtors and they fit into what we have here.
Mm-hmm.
But Andres, I like him. You're right about him. He's smart. He asked some questions that regular people don't ask,
Exactly. That's what I'm
and
saying.
has
That was my
no
favorite
experience in
interview.
real estate. And I was like, okay, like the guy knows what he's, he
Probably more
has-
attention to
yeah.
detail.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I was going to say, I interviewed someone, and that person is on my team, and they basically had the same mentality as Andres, that were like, hey, I'm here to learn. You will discuss my splits later. What can I learn? And Nate always says that I fight for my team, or that I always advocate for them. And I do, especially people like this person, that they weren't worried about that. They just want to know how to learn more.
Yeah,
And
like
and
if
that's what I
you-
look for.
If you take home 5%, but what did you learn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Your broker makes 95%, but what did you learn? With
Yeah.
that 5?
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Basically, you're just paying for, the training, the knowledge. Is just, it's like when you work with another company, they train you at the beginning. Of course, you don't see that up front, but they're paying for your training. They're paying for somebody's salary, for HR, for your benefits and all that stuff. Basically, that's, you don't see that up front, but that's what you're paying for.
And I said this. I think I said in the last podcast. I don't know where I said it, but I know people were getting all upset, right? And I said, realtors, you are apprentices. I don't care what you say. You can go make your little boo boo logo, that you did on freaking Fiverr, and you can post it all over your Instagram. You are an apprentice. You're not a broker. And and also being a broker does not mean you have a brokerage. I have a broker. I have in my company. I'm about to acquire another broker in my company. Okay, being a broker doesn't mean you have your own company. And I think some of you know that because some of you guys also work for realtors that own real estate companies and they're not brokers. So the thing is that it's really tough, right, to be a broker, right? And so if you're a real estate agent that comes into a company and you're asking, what is your split? what is this? What is that? Man, you know what? You should be an apprentice first and say, what can I give you so that in return you can give me the training that I need to succeed in this career? That should be the conversation, you know? And nobody ever comes in with that. And honestly, I don't blame it on real estate agents. I blame it on the schools. You know, the classes that you take. I mean, I didn't realize until my son took his real estate license, and I was like, what the heck is this? I had never seen that before. Essentially, they're teaching you how to negotiate your commission split and pretty much saying what your commission split should be. And I'm like, how are they saying that? But you know, one of my questions here, right? And I'll ask everybody here. All right. Everybody here in this room that has a real estate license went to real estate school, right?
Yes.
Okay. In real estate school, did they teach you how to close a home, a deal?
No.
No, they teach you how to stay out of jail and how not to lose your license. That's what.
That's all you learn in school.
But that's what the school is for.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Did they teach you how to close a deal?
No,
No.
No, of course
I don't
not.
think that's their job.
Did they teach you how to run a brokerage?
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
None.
of course not.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna ask you another question. Is there a school out there right now that teaches you how to run a brokerage?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Giovanni?
I think Ricky Caruth has a really
Oh
good
my God! Yeah, Ricky. Dude,
Ricky doesn't do that.
I'm
Ricky
being
doesn't
serious.
do that.
I'm being serious, dude. Is there a school out there that teaches you how to run a brokerage?
No, you gotta
No.
learn that.
No.
No. Okay. Is there a school out there that teaches you how to run a team?
No.
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 No. Right? So who's supposed to teach you that?
Your
The
broker.
A broker, right? The broker that creates a brokerage, that builds a company and builds a culture and trains you on how to do that, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But yet, you know, you come out here, right? And you took your classes, right? Your whatever classes you took, right? For real estate. You come out here with your license and you're over here talking about, okay, what do you got to offer for me? I only want to pay you 10% of my commission. I only want to pay you 5% of my commission. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Where are you going to be next year? Where are you going to be in 2 years with somebody if somebody gives you that?
But you also have to consider, you know, that there's a lot of agents that request that because that is available out there. You know, like
Yes,
there
there
is
is.
there is a lot of companies that don't care about their agents
Yes.
and they just care about, you know, them making, I don't know, $1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's an option. So I feel like that's why a lot of agents, you know, are coming to interviews with the idea of, you know, if I'm going to be working as an agent, I want 100% commission.
If I have a question, if you're a realtor, a new realtor, right, and you came and you interviewed with a broker, that broker has whatever realtors, right? Let's just say he has 100 realtors, right? If there were a few realtors in that company that made more money than the broker, would you join that real estate company?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, I want
Is
to
there-
be like my broker, like.
Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
well, hold on. The
You give
question,
your
let me reiterate the
for
question
it.
here. So the question is, would you join a brokerage where a realtor within the company makes more money than the broker from sales?
From sales as a realtor,
sales.
yes. From sales
That's
as a realtor.
the question,
yes.
right?
Mhm.
Not just in general.
No.
Yeah, not
In
not
sales.
not,
Not
at
your
net
dealing.
worth,
Yeah, not your
but in
dealing.
sales in general.
In sales in general, would you?
Well, I think it depends because
Let me
oh,
rephrase that question real quick, right? If you were a new real estate agent, okay, and you came into a brokerage that was a 100% brokerage,
Okay.
and your broker essentially was your competition too because he's listing and selling and doing all that stuff, right? He's out there in the trenches with you, so to speak. Would you join that brokerage if there was realtors in that company making more money than him at what he is doing? And the reason that they're making more money than him is because they're 100% realtors. They're not getting training from him. They think he's a clown. They're getting all his money. I mean, they're just sitting there for what he has to offer and doing their own thing. Would you want to join that brokerage, or would you rather join that team on that brokerage or that realtor on that brokerage that's making all the money? I mean, who? I mean, that's
Can you
it's a
rephrase the
question. It's a
question?
question. I mean,
Well,
and that's my
he's
point.
making
And
it-
that's
No,
my
I
point.
know-
I think you guys don't
No,
understand,
I know
and that's
what you're
that's the
talking about.
problem.
I just think it's not phrased properly.
Then phrase it how you think I should phrase it.
Would you join a brokerage where the realtor or a team, right, is making more money than the broker themselves because the broker is out there and he's just giving the team or the realtor themselves 100% of their commission? Would you join that brokerage? Now, I think that's
Hold on.
Hold
Did
on.
everybody understand that?
Wait, I think
What Giovanni
that's
just
what
said.
you just asked.
No, what Giovanni
Yes,
just said.
that's
What Giovanni just said. Did
So-
you understand that?
he said the exact same thing
I
you
said the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
That's what
So-
I'm saying.
I said the exact
But let me
same
thing.
rephrase the
So-
question.
Yeah.
Giovanni
Let me
said it in
rephrase-
English.
Let
Go
me
for it.
rephrase the
All right,
question.
go
for it.
I
Said it in
think
English.
the proper question that you're trying to ask,
Go for it.
which is something that we talk to other people about, is does it matter if your broker makes more money than a realtor or not? That's
Well,
the plain
That wasn't
within
my
commission.
question.
No, that's different,
That
right?
wasn't my question.
So maybe
Wait,
I
what-
think
what
I'm
does your question have to
understanding.
do with anything?
It
Not
does. It
yours,
has.
not yours.
Yeah, no, I know.
It has a
So
lot to
I
do with
think
it.
I think what you're trying to say is, would you go with a lazy broker versus the team or team leaders on the team that are actually making money? Well, yeah, I'm not stupid. I want to be like those people that are making
That are
money.
making money.
So yeah, I don't want to. Maybe like I'll go with the 100% broker, but I'm gonna hug onto these guys, which are probably gonna charge me, right? Because they're not gonna just give me the training.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna essentially be now not with the broker who's lazy, but I'm gonna go with these guys who are making money, and maybe I'll stay there, but probably not because because the work ethic in that brokerage is not great.
At the same, I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to be carrying, the broker's name, not like your team's name. So that kind of like speaks.
Yeah. So
What was the point of that
I
question?
was wondering too, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because what I see-
I was
what I
stuck in the
think-
floor, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
You
so
hijacked.
I don't even-
I was talking
That
the
was
floor.
a- that was-
I was talking the floor.
That was a- that was
I was talking the floor. He hijacked my question.
I didn't hijack it.
Then you
I
and
don't think you
then
explained
hold
the
on,
question.
and then you explained it, and then Flor answered your question instead of answering mine.
Let these guys explain the question.
well, I
They
just
came up with their own scenario.
well, I was just trying to help.
No, yours
Flo.
was more understandable.
I was trying to help Flo understand his
Like, you have
question
both of these,
because
yeah.
I feel like this is a question that Nate asks a lot. And
Ask everybody that question.
And he asks that a lot
Yes,
when
but
he's
this is the
interviewing
first time
my
he's asked it
people.
like that.
When he's interviewing or when he sits in on interviews with my people in the valley, I feel like he asks that question. But like you, I feel like he doesn't. I feel like it's not doesn't give them chance to express themselves because they're not fully understanding the question.
Yeah.
Like what you're just saying, Giovanni. But I think what Nate's getting down is to that. But the truth is that at Lionsgate Realty, we don't have to worry about that because our broker's not competing with us. We're being trained by, him and the rest of the sales managers. Well, never mind, Giovanni.
I'm going to.
Hold on, Giovanni has a different. Go for it.
Rephrase
Clean it
it. The point
In Ebonics.
and the final point to Z, where we're trying to get to, is pretty much that if it doesn't matter if your broker makes more money than a realtor within the company, right? What matters is that the realtors are making money. Now, if a team is making more money than the other realtors within the company individually and the broker, there's a problem there. And the reason why there's a problem there, because the reason why the team is making more money or the team leader themselves are making more money, because they're getting more cut from everybody else who's a runner. So that is a pyramid, right? That's a pyramid. All that money is
Yeah.
going up to that one person. That's a problem. If your broker doesn't make more money than you within sales, that's okay, because they work their way out of it. You don't want to be opening doors for the rest of your life.
No.
If you worked your way into being a broker, it's because you probably invested into other things or you're in different avenues doing other stuff, right? You don't need to be doing sales. So what does it matter if your broker makes more money than a realtor within the company or not? As long as the realtors within the company are making money, then that's a place you want to be, because there's something there that every realtor in the company is making some kind of money, or at least 90%, right?
Wait.
Because not every realtor is going to make money.
Isn't that what I just said?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You said it better.
But
I
to me,
get
it's
it
like
better.
I'm not gonna be pocket watching Nathan's, deals. I'm just, working here. I'm working the team that I'm in, and I know he has other venues going on. So it's like, other stuff, off market stuff. So it's not like, well, how much I'm making more over here, and you're not pulling your weight. Is like, it's none of my business.
So the thing is, what you said, Giovanni, also is kind of incorrect, right? You're saying, well, it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if I'm making more money than my broker in sales, right, in the company, or if I'm making more money and my broker's not making any money. The thing is this: what a lot of people don't understand is that the brokerage is its own thing. The brokerage it's a company. it needs to be fed. A company needs to be fed to be sustained. So your broker cut goes towards sustaining the actual company. See, that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't separate me as a broker from Lionsgate Realty, that is the brokerage, that is the company. You see? The company still needs to pay for the lights, needs to pay for the marketing, needs to pay for the dues, needs to pay for the growth of everybody in here, you know? So if you're giving a company, right? If you're giving realtors, 100% commission, right? And taking very small fees, right? And you're taking these small fees to supposedly sustain the brokerage. I mean, you can't grow a company that way. There's no way you can grow a company that way. All that's happening is that realtors and teams are latching on to this broker, this fool that's giving you 100% commission or flat fees, right? And all he's trying to do is sustain himself. He's just trying to sustain whatever brand he has built. It will never grow. It's not a sustainable a form or business plan, and that's why you have companies like Keller Williams. You have companies like Remax. You have companies like even AXP. They are not training. They are not teaching. They are not doing any of that. All they do is make money off of realtors that have that mentality that I want to keep the most money that I can. Mm-hmm. See? And
that is a business model.
It
is a business model.
It is a business model.
It's successful.
Well, no.
For the guys at the top, EXP, they're making their money.
Well.
Yes or no? The ones who lose are the realtors, right?
The realtors are the ones that lose. You're right.
I think that's where this conversation is getting lost.
And it's
like, explain it to the realtor who's trying to come in.
Those are sustainable companies for the company owners, like you just said.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's
but what I'm talking about is smaller boutique brokerages are the ones that are there for the realtors.
Yes.
The ones that charge you the higher splits, the ones that answer your phone, the ones that are in the trenches with you, the ones that take your deals, the ones that help you out. Those are the ones that make you the realtor professional. And the thing is this, and I'm gonna put my business out there, right? First quarter is over, right? Mm-hmm. Last year was supposedly the best year, well, one of the best years, right? Last year was kind of slow. But the year before that was one of the best years. The year before that was one of the best years, right? I have consistently stayed up. This year, when I say stay up, sorry, the closings, the amount of closings have gone up. My volume has gone up, and the sales have gone up. Okay, consistently. Okay, last year I thought we were gonna take a bath because last year's interest rate dropped. Interest rate went up.
Rose.
And so what happened was I thought I was gonna take a drop. I thought my numbers were gonna go down. My numbers went up really small. I think they went up maybe like 7%, 8%, which was pretty weak because everybody was freaking out, right? This year, this first quarter is the best first quarter that I have had since I started my brokerage. Why?
The culture in the company?
Why?
The back to the basics.
Back to the freaking basics. Everybody else is scrambling, running, doing all kinds of stuff, right? What are my realtors doing?
We went back to the basics.
They went back to the basics, and they're selling. They don't care what the interest rates are. Mm-hmm. They don't care that social media, whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, right? They're not worried about social media. They're not worried about any of that stuff. All they know is that right now everybody wants to buy, sell, lease, and there's no realtors answering their phone.
Mm-hmm. Giovanni's not answering his phone.
No, just for my personal clients. So going back to that, right? But it's just sales at the end of the day, and it's the only people who are freaking out are newer agents, right?
No, that's not true.
I think newer agents. Because
newer agents don't know no better.
Exactly.
No. Whenever I mean newer agents, I mean agents who were hired on in 2020.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about agents who are 2 years old. I'm talking 4 years in the business.
It's that 3 year that we're talking about.
Yeah, it's like 3 years. All the
realtors. We interviewed the 3 year mark.
Yeah.
Because you came in at the time whenever money was just flowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that they switch, if you're talking about new agents who just came in today, well, they don't know better.
Yeah.
So they don't know a different market.
And if you catch
different-
them humble enough, you'll teach them something, right?
Exactly, right? So now I want to go over to the next
No,
Next question.
which
No
is
humility.
if we answered your guys' question, let us know down in the comments. I know we went in circles for that one. Everybody has their own definition and their own answer for the question. Going on to the next one, it says, on average, how long is the financial struggle of a new agent?
Oh.
Anybody have an idea?
I think a year.
That depends.
I think it depends. Well, you and me, Flor, we were talking about it earlier, right? It depends how fast you go at it, how hard you work at it, and how quick, like Nate taught me anyway, how fast you work your sphere of influence. Because I was licensed for just shy of a month, and I listed my first house. I listed my first house, sold it a week later, boom, boom, boom. And then after that, it was just like a snowball effect. And I just kept going. So to say and Nate told me, he's like, you're going to make back all your money that you spent in school.
Yep.
With your first closing, and everything that you investing this first month is going to look scary, but you're going to make it back. And I sure did. I mean, really fast. So I think it depends on how hard you work, how hard you want it, and how hard you're going to do it, and how much time you're going to dedicate to the job, right? In the Spanish podcast, we were talking about the part-time realtor. And so, how much time are you going to dedicate? Are you just going to be part-time? That might take you longer. Like Nate always says, it's going to take you about 3 years to really make money, or make significant money, let's just say. That doesn't mean you're not going to make any money. That just means that for money to, for it to start, I guess, showing, or for you to feel a little bit more comfortable, it'll take a little while. But the harder you work, the more you get.
Yeah, I think average probably it's about a year, no? Like whenever you start to see a little bit more like steady like
I'm
income.
gonna give my answer at the end.
I don't know.
I want to hear your answer first.
No, I think to me it's just like pretty much what Letty said. It's just your consistency, and once you start seeing that momentum build, and you just notice that everything just kind of flowing like a regular job. So to me, being this July and June, and I think for 2 years already, and being in 4 months full time, then I could start seeing that momentum just kind of growing as it goes. Just you got to put in the work. It's you put in, you get out what you put in. That's what That's what I've seen. So it just depends on everybody. Maybe your circle of influence is real strong, where you have people ready to buy, or maybe investor circle of influence. It just depends. Maybe sometimes they should start slow, and once your momentum starts going, then it just depends to everybody.
So what I would say to this question is, it of course is going to depend on your income, right? On what you need to sustain yourself. There's some 20 years olds who only need $30,000 a year. There's some 25-year-olds who have a full family who need at least 60 to 70, right? So it really depends on what your income is. But however, what I would tell somebody who's asking me how long does it take to become successful within real estate, or the financial burden is going to be lifted off of you, what I would say is give yourself at least 10 years in this business. If this is what you want to do. If you're not going to treat this like a side hustle, you need to give yourself 10 years. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, cool, let's say after your first year, you start making money for 2 years. What are you going to do whenever the third year you don't make that money? Are you going to quit? Are you going to reinvent yourself? Are you going to learn the business to continue going? It takes a decade to, what is that, 10,000 hours that you need in order to be professional at something? And then this market is constantly changing.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to adapt, right, to the new market? Or are you the type of person who gets stuck in one thing? You're like, well, if I can't do this no more, then I don't want to do this, right? So it really depends on how much money you need. And then I would say just give yourself the 10 years.
That's really humble.
Like whether
That's really
you go,
humble.
whether you go broke in your 6th year, but you're like, you know what, I'm just going to build up all over again because I'm going to do this. Then you start to learn, because you have to go through those failures in order not to commit them again. There's nobody in this business who hasn't had a really good high and doesn't go down.
Yeah, and what I'm learning in this career is just there's different phases of real estate. It's not just one trick pony, like somebody told me. It's like you just got to learn to make money different ways.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you'll figure it out. Like I said, you'll get yours.
That was really humble of you, Giovanni.
Well, that's what I do best.
You have tried. You've shown no humility. You've been against everything that I've talked about today. So that's why I wanted to go last. So you won't speak after me. But
I get the last word.
no. I agree with Giovanni. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's 10 years. Quite honestly, if you're not, this you have to be passionate. I mean, this is just like any business. You have to be passionate about it. You have to like it. You have to love it. Like me, I don't care about anything. You know, like people are super surprised when they know that I watch the market, the stock market, and it's like, of course I watch the stock market. He goes, oh, well, what stocks and what do you buy, or do you have crypto? Do you have? I said no. I said I invest in real estate, but the stock market affects my real estate market. The presidency affects my real estate market. The weather affects my market. So I watch the news. I don't watch it for any other reason. I know, you know, like I can hold conversations with people about stocks and about, you know, what's going on with, you know, with politics, with anything. And not only that, recently I've gotten into Mexico. Now I'm keeping up with Mexico politics, which Mexico politics are pretty awesome.
Looks like a bikini contest.
Yes, yes, love it, man.
Wow,
love it.
It's just like their news.
Yes.
My favorite politics.
So, anyways,
You watch the weather, Giovanni?
Giovanni only watches the Spanish for weather.
Spanish
weather, yeah.
That's Monterrey's weather today. That's crazy,
Bro,
man.
hey, the
for
politics, the senators
got
in Mexico,
traffic right now?
the
That's
senators
wild.
in
I ain't
Mexico,
leaving
bro.
until tomorrow.
What is happening today?
Giovanni.
For real.
No, but seriously, there's really, I mean, I've had realtors that come in here and they make money immediately and don't stop. And I have people come in here and it takes them a year, you know, sometimes 2 years. It's really up to you, you know, and just like Giovanni was saying right now, you know, it depends on how much you want to make. If you're making $20,000 a year or $30,000 a year at whatever job you're at, and you come into this, you're probably not gonna make, you know, 100,000 or 200,000 like you want to make, you know, because anybody who makes 100,000 a year or makes 200,000 a year is just a different person, has a different drive, has a different, you know, expectations, you know, runs in a different circle too. You know, you're not gonna quit. You're not gonna quit your day job at you know, wherever you work at, and people are gonna be like, oh, he just quit, you know, working at a gas station and now, you know, he's selling homes. He must know what he's doing, you know. So
Yes.
so it takes time, and I think that's one of the patience is also another quality that you have, or virtue that you have to have in this business. You know, it's patient. You can't fast track experience. It's just impossible. And you know, also, you know, sometimes you come off of other places where you're in sales too. You know, I've had that happen a lot. They come off of something else that they do sales that they already make 100,000 a year, already make, you know, 300,000 a year in sales, whatever they're doing, right? And they come into this business thinking that sales is going to translate into what they're doing now, and it just doesn't. And that's what, you know, that's where, you know, patience, humility, you know, just learning a new industry, it comes into play. So you know, we just don't know. What I know is that whenever people come in here and just, and I always say this, it always correlates. The person that's calling me 24/7, coming up to this office 24/7, and not just that, because, you know, I go through 3 offices here, right? They find out where I'm at and they'll show up there. The person that's in my ear, emailing me, texting me, showing me things, asking me questions, it never fails. That's always the top producer. That's always the realtor that just makes money. They make something out of nothing. They will go through something and I go, that's not a deal, leave it alone. That's not a deal, leave it alone. And what do I need to make it a deal? XYZ. And they will go out there and they will get it.
Sometimes we even see them coming into the office and we're like, oh, this one again, lock the door.
Yeah. That happened today. We're like, lock the door, we're in the meeting. We're like, just come in here.
But it's like somebody said, it's like everybody comes in here and focuses on the commission, on the money. It's just, you got to focus on the job or the task day to day that's going to get you there. You know, like I said, later on, it's going to just start snowballing. It's just going to start trickling in. And, you know, sooner or later, that commission's going to come in. And, you know, like I said, something's going to give. Something you just got to keep chipping away at. And, you know, you're going to hit that big bank.
I feel offended.
But let me, no, it wasn't you, Flor. Was it Flor? No.
Flor was one of them.
It wasn't Flor. So anyways, the thing is this. if you want to
little
make,
box.
if you want to make 6 figures plus a year with, in real estate, this is where you do it. It's going, and the thing is this: I've only seen 1 or 2 people do it within their first 2 years. And that's a true statement. Only 1 or 2 people have I seen where they hit 100,000 and above. Okay, now get this. Whenever they get it fast, the first year or the second year, they don't replicate it for another 2 years.
Yeah. They get comfortable.
Yes, so it's
They got a lot of money to
yes,
play with.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to.
There's a lot of money to be made here.
They have to learn this business. The reason is because they burned through all their sphere of influence. They burned through all their, and they didn't cultivate, their for lack of
They
better
didn't
words,
learn how to
brand.
build
their
a
book of
pipeline.
business, how to build it.
You're giving too much training today.
That's true.
That's too
Yeah.
much
That's-
training.
that's
We
true.
charge for that.
That's true. That's
we
true.
charge for that.
Sorry.
So no more
It's a
training.
Whoever, yeah.
There's a subscription for
So
that.
if you
It's
like-
in his book.
If you like,
Sign up to his private courses.
yeah, if you
Yeah,
like
private
this,
courses.
I'm
Bio,
gonna
link
charge
in
you.
bio,
I'm gonna
yeah.
send you an invoice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you know
that's too much
what?
training.
Seminar next week.
So I was thinking about that. I was like, I can't be a coach anymore, right? Because
You can't?
or I can't be a coach, and I can't be a coach, and I can't be a mentor because I've already dogged dogged out every coach and mentor, right?
How about a Fashion Nova?
So no, I can be an ambassador of Fashion
He's
Nova.
ambassador.
But the thing is this, I can't be a coach anymore and all
look at
that.
that
So
car.
what would be another word that I could use to charge people for advice in real estate? You know what? Maybe I should start a real estate school. Or what do you think I should use?
We're all like negative.
To be honest, if you were really interested in this, there's a path that's open. And actually, one of my favorite podcasters just opened up this app.
OnlyFans.
No. OnlyFans, that's a whole other thing, right? I'm going down that route, but we're gonna.
He's in a teacher without a shirt. He's just going shirt.
It's called Manek. The app is called Manek from Patrick Bet-David. So people pay to text you or call you, and you respond right away. And it's an app that he came up with. It's Manek. He's been pushing it. It's actually pretty cool, I think. And that would be the route to go. People are asking you questions for advice. You charge them by the minute. You
Oh,
set
wow.
your own price.
Oh my.
They know. I think there's some people there who charge for, what was it, 30 minutes, like $1,000 or something like that. All kind of business people there. So it's called Manek. Patrick Bet-David, PBD, the podcast. If you guys like informational podcasts, podcasts that actually teach you stuff. So
Hey, but you know what?
they teach you words like they go on to Webster dictionary. So.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh my. He's so humble today.
Listen.
I love it.
So me and Giovanni went to
Hey, they're kicking us off, bro. We gotta
Who
go
is?
ahead and
Who is?
leave.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're cutting us.
Oh yeah.
Our podcast team.
Our
is ready to go
podcast
home,
team
yeah.
just came from the valley. So the thing is we went to a seminar, right? Me and Giovanni did. It was early in the morning. Actually, it was right next to Joel Osteen's place.
Yeah.
So we
We
went to
in there first, and we're like, wait, hold on, this is the wrong place.
yeah. So we went to this is a hotel next to
We saw a
next to
few
the
realtors that were like, nah,
Wow.
yeah. So we went there
They
and
have champagne bottles with
Huh?
them?
Yeah, right. So we were listening to this guy, and this guy said something super interesting, right? And, and it just reminded me because we were talking about that. He goes, I wanted to be a public speaker, is what he was saying, right? And at that time, there was only very few public speakers in Mexico, right? And he said, I wanted to be a public speaker. And so I went and I went to go meet so-and-so, whatever his name is. I don't know what it is. And he said, and I went up to him and I paid for his course, went to him and I said, hey, I want you to mentor me. He said, I want you to mentor me and I want you to teach me, I want you to show me how to do this, right? And so then,
Don't give that idea out.
Oh.
Everybody's gonna do it. Don't do it.
all right.
You got to
I
subscribe for
said-
that
I keep
information.
telling
Save
him
it for
that's-
yourself. Everybody's gonna do it.
I-
That's-
have
I'm
to-
trying to give gems
Wait,
today. I
you
feel
can't
come
give
up, don't do
gems.
that.
I
You got to
feel-
charge
The
for
thing is,
that.
Nate, we
if
charge
you
for
want to
that.
learn what
I
they want
feel-
to say, subscribe to our OnlyFans.
I feel
next
so
week.
good
Yeah.
today that I'm trying to give gems.
You
I've
feel
been- I've been
good?
giving
I feel
gems
like you've
today.
been fighting all day today.
Well, yeah, because
That's
we got to scream at you earlier.
All right.
So we feel
Oh, jeez.
Look, every time I get to scream and
You
talk,
get hyped, you get
and hype up
pumped.
people,
That's all right. I'll take it.
All right,
all
we're
day
closing out, so we're gonna go ahead and let Flor close out. Go ahead.
This is Flor Velasquez with Lionsgate Realty. You can find me on all my social medias, Flor Velasquez Realtor.
Nate Balderas, you can find me at Better Call Nate. And I want you to do me a favor. Just started a new hashtag, right? And it's he is Nate Balderas. Because I want to reach out to everybody out there who has, male mental health is something that is not really talked about because men don't like to talk about these things, and I want to bring a lot of attention to that. So I'm gonna use that hashtag to reach out to all my to everybody who suffers from this and is, has has been silenced by she is women that just don't care.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Women empowerment is way bigger than that. I'm sorry.
I know.
Anyways,
I can take it on though. I think so.
I'm gonna
And y'all still
be.
be putting each other down.
Never have I seen so many women that don't like each other in a women
The same
empowerment.
room.
No way.
The same room.
Flor
Flor is like,
is floored by it.
yeah, she is. Yeah.
Anyways,
That was funny.
I'm gonna take all that back with me to the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you so much for having me, Giovanni.
The real real estate market.
The-
Keeping it real.
Jeez.
Keeping it real Rio.
We are keeping it. Anyways, I'm Letty Hernandez, Lionsgate Realty McAllen. Thanks for having me, guys. You can find me on Instagram at Letty Selling RGV. You can find me on Facebook at Letty Hernandez. And I can't wait to see you guys next
Oh
time.
my God.
Hey, appreciate you, Giovanni, for having me on again. It's Jerry with Lionsgate Realty, Jerry HCX Realtor on all social medias. And quick question: how would you describe the color yellow to a blind person? Think about that.
That's wild. All right, guys. As always, I am your
Wow.
humble and gracious host, Giovanni with Lionsgate Realty. Until next time.
Don't you know blind people, Letty?
I do. I just